This morning, I heard a troubling case. You know, people often start relationships for all of the wrong reasons. The couple I met today brought all of those wrong reasons into divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Tanya Duffy and James Vick. The two of you have been together for a year, and to be perfectly frank with you, I can't figure out why you're here. I've read your petition a couple of times. You guys are going to have to explain it to me. But having said that, I will say this. You are 39, and you are 25, and the two of you are living together. And you don't want to be living together anymore. At least you don't, Ms. Duffy. Mr. Vick, you have a whole different point of view on everything. So I'm going to start with Ms. Duffy. Why don't you tell me what's happening at your house?
I have trust issues in men. Due to a past relationship, my ex, he had a key, and he was...
Your ex had what?
A house key to my house.
Uh-huh.
And when I wasn't home, he was bringing women in my house, having intercourse on my bed, etc., was stealing money from me.
Okay. Now, you had a past relationship. You probably had a number of past relationships where things didn't go well or things didn't go right. What is Mr. Vick doing that's bringing up all this insecurity in this relationship?
He's quiet. He doesn't speak all the time. He's always quiet. I have to spark a conversation in order for him to talk. When he do talk, it's not for a long time.
Now, Mr. Vick, are you a laconic brother? Do you just say a few words here or there and are unable to engage in a fruitful conversation?
At times, yes.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Now, Ms. Duffy, let me explain something to you. Some people are just not talkative, and it's not indicative of the fact that they're keeping anything from you. Some people are just not, they just don't speak a lot. Is he doing anything other than not talking a lot that makes you feel that he's not trustworthy?
Well, yes, certain family member had told me that he cheated before, but when I asked him, he said, no, I haven't ever cheated on him. I just want the truth. I want honesty. Mm-hmm. And I'm not the easiest person in the world to get along with. I know I'm not. I know I have.
Well, what's wrong with you? What are you doing that makes you so hard to live with?
I have a smart mouth. Okay.
Now, how long have the two of you been together?
11 months.
11 months.
In a relationship.
And woo, you're 39 and he's 25.
Yes.
Do you believe that age difference, nothing wrong with an age difference, I'm not going to say that at all, but do you believe that it is playing a part in why you two are having difficulty communicating?
Well, on the phone, sometimes he talks more than he talks when we in the house. Or it's times where he'll be out, I may call, he won't give conversation, and whoever he's around, he can't talk to me on the phone. Okay. And that makes me think that he's doing something, because he's not talking to me on the phone and answering me when I talk to him.
Okay. Mr. Vick, what's going on? As far as you're concerned, what do you believe are the issues in this relationship?
She drinks a lot, and she just gets angry a lot. She has a temper problem, and she has a very smart mouth.
Well, let me ask you this. I understand from your papers that one of your biggest complaints is that you can't get a key to the house in which you live with her. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate.
Now, you explain to me the conversations that you've had about you're not getting a key.
Conversations are really cut short. If I ask about it, she kills the conversation.
Ms. Duffy, is he living with you?
Yes.
Does he not have a key to the place where he resides?
No, he doesn't.
Explain that to me.
Because somebody's always home when he comes. So he can get in, and if not, he come home with me. Mm-hmm. I'm always picking him up. We're together. So you can get in because I'm got the key letting you in.
You always
but he can't be home and you're gone and he has to go somewhere and come back. He can't do that. If he's home, he has to stay home till you get home because he can't get back in.
I have trust issues.
Let me ask you this. If you got so much trust issues, he's 25, he's not talking, and when he does talk, you can barely hear him. Why did you let him move in?
It wasn't so that, the question wasn't ever asked, can I move in?
He just barnstormed your house. He just bogarted his way in.
No, when we met and exchanged numbers, we talked on the phone for like 5 days. He said he was gonna come over on his day off. On his day off, he came over and never left.
You mean to tell me you let a man you knew only through telephone conversation, and it could have been that deep because he ain't got that much to say. 5 days of telephone conversation, and you felt comfortable enough with him to allow him to remain in your home.
No, it was just so much more of, it was having fun. You know, sexual partners, you know, having fun. And when he get off of work, he'll call me, tell me, ask me, could he come over? I'll say yes. Then, like, after a month, clothes started coming, one outfit here, one outfit there.
Did you ever have a discussion about what was
I
happening?
make jokes about it, but I guess he didn't believe me when I was talking about it.
Well, Mr. Vick, why did you move in with her after such a brief period of time? Where were you staying before?
I was staying at my mother's house, but she asked me to stay.
Your decision to stay was made based on what?
It really wasn't based on
Yeah, baby.
anything. She was,
It wasn't based on anything. Did you hear that?
No.
That is one of the most frightening statements I have ever heard in my life. Let me tell you people something. Because life is about making decisions. It's not about letting things happen to you. Just how can somebody just wander in your home and start living there? You don't trust him enough to give him a key, but you'll close your eyes at night and sleep next to him in the bed. How much sense does that make to you? How much sense does it make to you to go and live with a person you don't know him very well? You couldn't be in love with them yet. You just kind of drifted over house and stayed. Can't even get a key. What kind? Nobody made a decision. Everybody's just kind of going with the flow, and you don't know where the flow is trying to go. Yes.
I think more so of the moving in part was because I had got pregnant in the process.
Oh, well, now that makes it better. To have someone's child is the greatest honor that you can bestow on somebody, to mix your gene pool with his gene pool. You don't even want to give him a key, but you want to give him a baby. Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Ms. Duffy, I want to explain something to you. I ain't mad, but I'm passionate about this place. And this place is called Rational. It's a very nice place to be. Now, I'm trying to see if you know where Rational is. So, you tell me about the pregnancy and the decision to let Mr. Vick live with you.
As I was saying, I got pregnant in the process, and it was his first child. We felt as though that we should go ahead and be in a relationship because we're going to have a baby. There's no need to have a baby outside of a relationship. But I also lost the baby due to stress because I lost my sister. Mm-hmm. So I was under a lot of stress, and I even started drinking even more.
You say, and I'm glad you raised this issue, that you felt he wasn't compassionate at all when you lost your sister, and that is in large measure a part of the problem that you have with him. Is that true?
Yes, he didn't know how to comfort me when I cry. Like, even when I still cry now, I still cry all the time. He don't just maybe touch my shoulder, just rub my back.
I guess my question is, do you want to keep him?
I do love him, I do. And I do want to see where this relationship go. I just want it to get better instead of worse.
Mr. Vick, do you want to stay?
I want to stay. I want to help her out, but she doesn't take heed to advice.
What advice?
Like, slow down with drinking. She says she wants to have a baby, but she continues to drink every day.
Okay. You two are not actively trying to get pregnant, are you? You just said she wants to have a baby.
She wants to have a baby.
He wants to have 3.
Okay.
Now, you know, you're not obligated to have a baby just because the cat you're with wants one or doesn't have any. Do you understand what you're saying?
Yes.
You know, to have someone's child is the greatest honor that you can bestow on somebody, to mix your gene pool with his gene pool. You don't even want to give him a key, but you want to give him a baby.
Right.
I want you people to be more rational. You know what I'm saying? Because you have 3 kids already, 3 grown children, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if your children were to engage in the conduct that you just told me about, would you not be alarmed? If you had a daughter that came home, said that she was talking for a dude for 5 days, let him move in, don't trust him enough to get a key, but trying to have his baby, you'd smack her upside the head, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Mr. Vick, you say that her anger is an issue. Why don't you give me an example of some of her more angry moments or how difficult it can be dealing with her?
There was a situation where I was going to work. She was driving me. She got angry and she drove the car and hit the mirror on another car and broke the mirror off.
Do you get so angry that you're unable to conduct business?
Yes. Not intentionally mean, so I just be...
No, you're just out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, whether you did it intentionally or not, that's anger causing you economic hardship, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
There's days where I'm happy and I won't give him sex for like, I'll put him on punishment for like 5 or 6 days.
So when he goes on punishment, no sex? If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. So help me out, Mr. Vick. Why do you want to remain in this relationship?
Because I believe she has potential.
Potential for what?
To do more with her life. She was working when I first met her. That's one of the big issues. She stopped working, so she doesn't have time away from the house. She spends a lot of time in the house drinking and getting angry. And that's just a really big issue. She has low confidence.
I asked you why you want to be with her, and you said she has potential to be economically better off. Now, I'm going to give you another chance to answer that question in a manner that will get us somewhere near rational. Why do you want to be in a relationship with her?
Because I love her.
I don't believe you.
You don't? That's an issue,
Why
too.
do you love her?
I love her because she is there for me. And I can talk to her about anything, and she'll listen.
So why do you love him?
He's a very nice guy. He really is. He's nice. He's sweet at times whenever he talk. And he is there for me when stuff needs to be done around the house.
He's there for me when stuff needs to be done around the house.
When something needs to be fixed.
Do you understand my concern? What do you think I'm concerned about?
Why we want to be together?
Uh-huh. I mean, you seem to have issues, but there's no reason to deal with the issues because back in the day, I'd get a guy and I would date him. He did something I didn't like in the first 6 weeks. He's out. Then I'd date another guy, 6 months. He did something I didn't like. After 6 months, I say, oh, that's 1. And then he does something else, that's 2. You're out. Do you see what I'm saying? You take time and you figure out who they are and what they're doing. You two seem to just, well, we've had a conversation. Let's start a life together for no particular reason. Am I wrong, Mr. Vick?
Yeah.
Tell me where I'm wrong. Explain to me the reason.
The reason she wants to be with me?
Anything. I'll take anything at this juncture.
I think she enjoys my sex. That's it.
So you think
In my
she's in the relationship for the sex?
Yes.
Because you throwing it down and you think that's why
No.
she's staying.
I told her in the beginning I didn't want to be in a relationship for that reason. But the only time she's happy is that time.
Is that true?
Not so all the time, no. No, because it's days where I'm happy and I won't give him sex for like, I'll put him on punishment for like 5 or 6 days.
So when he goes on punishment, no sex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's only happened one time.
You got on timeout?
That's only happened one time.
There's always a whole lot going on in divorce court that people want to talk about. If you have something you want to say, join us on Twitter @Divorce Court, or jump on our Facebook page and see what everybody's talking about on there. Sometimes you people get heated. Don't miss it. I intend to leave here and return to that state known as rational. But before I do, I will say what I need to say, and hopefully one or both of you will hear me. This relationship and the difficulties therein are not about a key. They are not about conversation. They are not about anger and all of that. The issue that we have here is two people who aren't making decisions about their lives. We've got two people who are just kind of letting life happen to them. You're having sex, and if you got pregnant, he doesn't have a kid, so I'll have one, so we'll stay together. Life will throw you on the rocks if you don't determine where you want to go by making conscious decisions about what you want to do. When you get into a relationship, first of all, you don't need to be in a relationship. Quiet as it kept. Some of the happiest years of my life, I love you, Big E, I was alone. Because I was an interesting person, I was interested in myself, I was interested in my job. Sometimes I think people come in here and cobble together a relationship out of somebody they don't know, they don't understand, they're not satisfied with because they think they need to be with somebody. I don't know. I don't know if she's sugar mommying you to death.
She does.
Yeah, and who wants that? Do you know what I mean? You can get sex anywhere. I'm telling you, dudes are willing to give it up all the time. You don't have to beg or nothing. They're just ready to do it. So, but what you do is you make sure you're on birth control so you aren't stuck with an idiot. What?
It's not so much the sex neither. He loves how I take care of him.
But what's that doing for you? What's that doing for you?
The company.
See, live a bigger life. Don't get a dude and take care of him and all of that stuff because that's all there is. Why don't you have a bigger, more interesting life that doesn't require you to have company? Have friends, associates. The most fun time in my life, I was in a book club with people nothing like me, and we would talk, and it was interesting. But I didn't have to take care of them. I didn't have to have sex with them. I didn't have to give them a key. I just talked to them for 2 hours and went home. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think you really want to be in this mess. I think you're just afraid to be alone, and you're not comfortable with yourself, and you think you need a dude. I think you need to go back to your mama's house and get it together. I also think that you should not try to have children because you're not ready. And don't let him get you pregnant. You're a grown woman. You have grown children. You do not need to go back down that trail unless you're with a guy that you're in a committed relationship with. You understand him, and they're both bringing something to the table. Personally, I think both of you need to run for the hills as quickly as possible, and that's just exactly what I'm about to do. This matter is adjourned. Tanya and Chris exemplified a problem I see all of the time. People getting into relationships because they just don't have anything better to do. If you live a rich, full, and passionate life, you pick the right person, not just the convenient person.